Hi, everyone, and welcome to September 2025. This is a big month. There's a lot going on. We are dealing with the number 9 vibration still, which is going to be enhanced this month. And if your personal numerological cycle is different than that, then it will also be enhanced this month. So we're going to talk about the 9 for sure because it is going to be amplified, and we have eclipses this month and we have equinox this month. So the eclipses are interesting with this 9 energy because eclipses are like a wild card, and this eclipse is happening as this number 9 is amplified. So they're happening concurrently, and the 9 represents, this is like a big 9 is a big number in relation to completion, letting go, so that we can review things from our past, so that we can up level and try to take what we've learned from the past and up level it with this new wisdom that we had. And so how does that reflect humanity? This is like a real closing period of the previous paradigm for humanity, and it's also just a real awakening time. So this month is going to be very interesting in how it plays out on the world stage, and then with our own personal cycle too, it will be enhanced this month. Remember, if you are in a 10, then September 22nd, which is also the day of the equinox, that's when you will shift into your 1 cycle and you'll start a whole brand new 10-year cycle. So you will be starting that at 6 p.m. on September 22nd. So just remember that. That's only if you have the 10. Otherwise, if you're following the year cycle, then from January 1st to December 31st, then you will still be in your own cycle until December 31st. Okay, so let's unpack a little bit of the 9 energy and how to work with it this month. It's really important to just really, whatever's showing up, we want to try and just allow it to be what it is. Try to stay in the flow, surrendering. And we're not just surrendering. Surrender doesn't mean we're being defeated, we're giving up. Surrender means that we are trying to really allow and merge with something bigger than ourselves. So this could be just there's a bigger plan playing out. This could be I'm connecting to love, or I am surrendering to love, or I am surrendering to spirit, or to divine intelligence. So what does that mean, for you personally? And if surrender could just at its basis, which is so powerful for us to really land in the present moment anyways, is being able to say, this is what it is, this is what's showing up, this is what I'm experiencing, or this is what's playing out, and starting to say to ourselves, accepting this is what it is at this moment. And that's when we can really then start to allow the flow to happen and enter into our conscious creatorship, partnering with spirit or partnering with whatever the greater unfolding is happening. So number 9 vibration represents humanity, and it represents empathy. It represents compassion. So this is a really beautiful month to start to really allow ourselves to really drop into our heart, to really just focus on love. And the eclipses are on the Pisces Virgo axis, which is also going to be asking us to really let go and release what's no longer serving. That's potentially creating more violence, more injustice, more inequality. And again, that first and foremost starts within our own self. Where am I personally harboring any ill intent towards somebody else or towards myself, right? So that's the microcosm macrocosm effect. So this month, first and foremost, can we start to just really have some gentleness, grace, compassion, and empathy and love for ourselves, so that we can, from that platform, really truly offer that to others and to humanity. So this month is really going to be asking us to just really let go of anything, old beliefs, old patterns, and we'll have more gentle grace and awareness with this 9-month energy to be able to see that, or to be able to release and let go what is no longer serving us. And that's where the eclipses are going to potentially come in as well. Eclipses are like wild cards, and they put us into an alignment or a trajectory that is really for our highest good, and that is going to get us into either our soul's path, our blueprint that our soul's really chosen, or it's getting us to really kind of up level into the next version of ourselves that's ready to come forth. So sometimes the eclipse energy can feel a little bit challenging because some changes might happen and they can occur very quickly or very suddenly. So if that's happening on the world stage or it's happening in our own lives, that means that it's happening for us, and we might not always be able to see in that moment, what is next. But the 9 is sometimes endings and completion of things. So if that's happening, again, it's run its course, and then something new is going to be opening. We're starting a new chapter, and we're going to be awakening to something new because of whatever's happening. So definitely a beautiful month to just really get calm and practice stillness. Some tips for utilizing and maximizing, I should say, this 9-month energy is dancing, or just really purging, organizing, just get all your affairs in order, so to speak. Administrative work, administrative organizing can be really beautiful with this 9 energy. So just when we clean and we purge and we're organizing like that, it cleans out our energy field, it cleans out our environment, but it also cleans out within us. So it helps to really move any energy that might be coming up, because 9 can still bring up deep emotion. It's asking us to clear out and release what's no longer serving. And oftentimes that means we have some suppressed or subconscious energy, emotions that we're not necessarily even aware of, that will be coming up and releasing. So again, moving that energy through organizing or cleaning and purging out your home, your closets, things like that can be very beneficial and powerful this month. And of course, dancing, moving the body, being in rhythm. 9 energy is very much about yin energy. It's the feminine energy. It's the goddess energy. It's the Adi Shakti, which is the divine feminine energy in action. So that's why dance really comes in. It doesn't matter, what your gender is. We all have both yin yang energy. We both have the feminine, the masculine energy within. And that's what this 9 is really asking us to do, to start to blend, really find our own balance with both of our inner masculine and feminine energies. Because as we go into new consciousness, we are going to be in this divine feminine energy. 5D consciousness is feminine, the divine feminine energy. And that doesn't mean that we are excluding masculine energy, not at all. Actually, what we're doing is, through this union of this feminine and masculine energy, we are then going to be able to transcend polarity, and that's where we can come into and be in alignment to unconditional love. That is truly that feminine energy. It's inclusive of all. So it's about us really starting to come into this true caring for all humanity, and knowing that we really are united as a whole, and we are connected, and what we do matters, and what we do has an impact, just like what is ever happening out there has an impact on us in some way. So this month, we might feel that more. We might start to awaken more to, just having more empathy, more compassion, more care about all humanity, all beings, because that's where we're going. We're going into this more awakening of this unity consciousness. So really big month, and just know that we have access to incredible faith with the 9 energy and grace. And so, invoking and allowing that grace to come in. Our soul really wants to talk to us through, when we get still and when we get calm and when we get silent. That's when our soul's essence or spiritual whispering can come through, and we can hear that more so. And so we're learning how to really trust that deeper intuition. But in order sometimes to hear that and to really learn how to trust it, we need to get calm and we need to get quiet enough so that we can really hear it and discern, what is this? Is this my intuition? Is this something that's coming from outside of me? So just learning and practicing how to get calm and how to get still. This is a beautiful month to do that. Even spending some time in silence. That could be spending a day in silence. It could be spending, an afternoon in silence, or even just a few minutes in silence throughout this month will just really bring beautiful, sacred connection to spirit and to our own inner heart, soul, and deeper intuition, because this is intuition as well. Another thing that we can do this month, working with this 9 energy, is to offer seva, which is service to humanity. So this could be just donating your things that you're purging out. It could be you're donating your time. It could be you're donating money. It could be that you're donating your offering your service without wanting or needing anything back. So true generosity, really coming from the heart and being able to just really offer something that you have available to offer for the higher, greater good of all, for the higher, greater good of the evolution of humanity, and to bring and elevate and inspire up all people, all beings, or humanity as a whole. So we really are connected, and this month is, again, it's going to be a really big month. So know if you're feeling a lot, if things are feeling really fast, just try to really allow and practice, grounding, Mama Earth, grounding bare feet in the grass, always nature. But anything that you really need to do too, moving that body, moving the energy, and just really allowing ourselves to be in the flow. And so it's going to be, so interesting to see what unfolds this month. Nothing to fear. Remember, when we're holding higher frequency, it's going to transmute anything that's lower, no matter what's playing out on, even if we don't understand it, if we definitely even don't like it. The most powerful thing we can do is be holding those higher frequencies. As Dr. David Hawkins always said and discovered through his work, that one person holding a frequency of love counterbalances 750,000 that aren't, right, that are holding those lower frequencies. So that's the 9 energy. The 9 energy is asking us to come home to our heart and to come into love consciousness, and to know that we are all connected, and it really does matter. What we do matters, what we intend matters, and our vibration definitely matters and has an impact. So Equinox is the 22nd, and if you're resonating with that, please join me on September 22nd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be doing a free clearing, which I offer through each solstice and equinox. So this is the equinox. So you're welcome to join. Love to have your energy there. And this is a great month to have a clearing. And it is really interesting when we come together as a group to really come together as a community, and especially in something sacred as the clearing, because that really amplifies often the clearing and whatever the themes are that come up for that particular clearing. So if you want to join for that, it's free, but you do need to register so that you can get the link, and you'll have a recording. So if you can't make it live, it is recorded, so you can access it after, and you'll have the recording so you can come back to it and reference it at any time. So just check out catherinemarshall.com and go to courses, and it will be under there. Okay, so you just have to register. All right, so have a really beautiful month. Again, the invitation for us is just to be able to stay and remember that our power lies in the present moment, and when we can just come back to our breath, come home into our heart, and really come back into this sense of peace or this sense of calm. And if we can't get there, it could be just really moving the energy and purging and organizing, so that we're getting at that energy out. Lots of ways to work with this 9 energy. So wishing you a very beautiful and sacred month. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.